This is it TV. Icon Talk, where the icons talk.
Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us on This Is It TV Football Edition. And I don't know what's going on. I've been trying to record this episode since 5 a.m. and I've recorded about 6 different versions. And there's been just so many different things that's just happened to corrupt the recording. However, I hope this is the one. Now, I'm here, as you all are, from Manchester United. I'm here for the assessment of the Bournemouth game last night in Chicago at Soldier Field. And I must tell you, apart from the technical difficulties, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good about Manchester United this year. My early assessment is, I'm so happy with how we started. Manchester United is legendary for our slow starts. It's as if we like to fight against the great. We like to be under pressure before we decide to attempt some sort of dominance. So I liked our fast start. I like our early possession, and it wasn't possession as we have always seen it, where the ball comes back into the defenders and they go back to the goalkeeper for pressure relief. No, it's about moving that football around the line, passing it through the lines, and then turning, going forward via our wingers. And it was very evident last night that the training ground patterns of plays and routines were on full display last night, and I'm loving it. I spoke on my preview video about wanting to establish combinations in the forward areas. However, I got my bonus last night because we saw combinations from between Lenny Yoro, Casemiro, Dalot, at every areas of the pitch. Dargu, Luke Shaw, Mason Mount, Bruno, Casemiro, Highland, Ahmad, Highland, Dalot. Bruno showed a masterclass last night in finding pockets of space. And the pundits will have you believe that Bruno cannot play in one of the lower central defensive positions. How he's at 10 and it's going to be difficult finding a position for him in the pitch. I call BS on that. What Bruno showed last night and again, I think this is training ground stuff, because it was too deliberate to be a coincidence. Once that football comes into Casemiro and there's a combination play between Casemiro and the defenders, Bournemouth pushes so high to put that press on our defenders. This is where Bruno transfers in and around into that pocket behind that first press. And the second press is reluctant because Dargu and Dalot are still starting from such a high position. Mason Mount is almost playing like a second striker. So it forces Bournemouth to reconsider putting that 3 lines of press. So once we get around that first press, the second line is very reluctant, and Bruno keeps finding these little pockets. I must say, we played an excellent game in pressure and press release. In the 28th minute, he gave us a good snapshot of the defensive work that we've been doing as a unit. We saw on a recovery transition, a defensive recovery transition, how our team not only collapsed towards the football, but also inward with our wide players. And again, in previous incarnations of Manchester United, once Bournemouth recovers that ball and is in transition, every defender would back up as if their life depended on it. But it was more of a coming in, closing up. And It's little details like that that excites me. Another thing that was very evident last night is the importance of our fullbacks or slash wingers. And I called for it. If you remember, go back to my previous video, my preview show. I called for more 1v1 encounters between our fullbacks and their wingbacks. And Dargu put on a masterclass. And it did not help Bournemouth that Mason Mount created a constant overload on that left-hand side. Dallo was little less effective with Ahmad. I think Ahmad's defender played him way better than Dargu's defender. And in fact, it was clearly intentional, the pressure that they put on Ahmad. And I have no idea what social media post Diallo made about the referee, but he wasn't giving him any calls last night. It was amazing watching the mauling that this kid was taking. No whistle. But anyway, Ahmad still continued to show his composure, show his drive, show his determination, and his good finishing skills, and kudos on that goal. I want to make reference to Luke Shaw. I know we all breathed a collective sigh of relief when he went down and got back up, because we thought, oh my God, here we freaking go again. But luckily, he got up and finished, his shift, and he looked like he was no more worse for the wear. In the 15th minute, it is an excellent Luke Shaw who came across and covered a pass in behind. In the 59th minute, it was an excellent Luke Shaw who made a good recovery run to hold up Semenya, who was almost clear at the edge of the 18, and he held him up long enough for the cover to come and for the team to get its balance. And I think Luke Shaw is going to be very important for us if we're able to keep him fit this term. Again, everything that I asked for from this team, I got plus bonus. Rasmus Højlund. I'm starting to think, and based on the post-match remarks, I'm starting to think the coach is having second thoughts about letting him go. Because no matter how we played, even if we bring fresh blood in, if we bring in a brand new striker, we are going to need a competent backup. We are going to need to juggle the strikers from time to time based on form. We are going to need that good competition to keep each striker sharp. And I think Rasmus is now showing an understanding of what is required of him. That goal that he scored is exactly the type of goal that he would not have scored last term. Look at his starting position on the shoulder of the second defender. In previous Rasmus Højlund's version, he would have been caught in between both centre halves trying to fight. Or he would have been on the shoulder of the closest centre half to the football, which now gives him no room to function because now he's in the line of sight of both centre halves. But this time, he took one centre half out of the way by being on the opposite side and on the shoulder. And with that eye contact, that eye communication with him and Dargu, made that run at the right, appropriate time. Right? Kudos to Dargu for giving him that pass also. So these are the simple details that we needed addressing that I'm positive is going to start showing next season. I wanted to speak about the fourth goal scored by the kid, Williams. I think that goal only happens because of Diego Leon's forward drive. And I know Diego Leon is young, he's raw, he seems to do everything hurriedly, But I think that is as a result of probably someone saying to him, hey, this is the English Premier League. It's way quicker than where you're coming from or what you're used to. So you have to do everything at pace. And I could almost see him churning that over in his mind. I have to do everything at pace. You could almost hear him repeating it. I have to do everything at pace. And as a result, he stumbles over himself at times, or he just seems overzealous in his challenge, etc. However, you could see his heart. And listen, if I can see your heart, you're the best thing on the pitch for me. Because that is all we require as a Red Devil. Your heart. Badge. Right? So that goal from Williams does not happen without that drive forward from Diego Leon. We will get better. I wanted to close with two negatives, sadly. Diego Dalot. Now Diego, this is for you personally. Get your together. Because if you don't get your shit together, sir, you'll be quite settled on that bench. Because we're in the no struggler mood. We're in the business mode. We're in the mode of everyone pulling their shift. Diego Dalot made 4 errors, guys, in the first 12 minutes. You may have missed it. Let me bring you up to speed. The first one, we are in progression. He gets the ball from Bruno, and because of how casual he was, he allowed the defender to close down that cross, and you could see Bruno admonishing him about that. A few minutes later, Rasmus plays a one-touch onto the flank for him to run onto. We were again in the middle of a counter-attack, and Diego Dalot gives up on the ball without an effort. Again, you could see Rasmus churning him out about it. The third one, a casual pass into the middle of the pitch. This is all within the first 12 minutes, you know, guys. A casual pass into the center of the pitch that was picked off almost caused us some trouble. He had the opportunity to play the ball out to the flank. And on the 12th minute, on the dot, another casual, relaxed pass into Harry Maguire while we were being pressed that almost resulted in an opportunity for Bournemouth. Sir, get your together. Right? And now, Matthias de Ligt for the goal from Bournemouth. Matthias de Ligt had all day to play a pass out to Heaven to his left. All day. He looked at Heaven, decided against it, and came inside with that pass, which was picked off because of an error. Had him going back on his heels, next thing you know, it's an own goal. This is the indecisiveness from last term that we do not need, sir. Okay? You see the pass, you make the pass. The football is about pace, pace, pace. We're going, we're gone. Bruno had his moments like those too, where he's trying to make these fantasy passes and these dummy passes and these disguised passes. Play football at the first offering. That's it. That's all we need. However, guys, again, don't want to end it on a gloom. So, a quick recap of the positives. For the most part, we contained all their forward players. We did excellent containing the forward players. And as we know, these guys are deadly operators, right? The football, the movement was way better. The combinations were way better. The connections were way better. The intensity was way better. The team looks way fitter, way focused, more focused than we've ever seen in the past 6 years. So, again, I'm going to end this broadcast how I started my preview show In Amarin, we trust. Come on, guys, join me back here on Sunday for the preview and the review of the Everton game. For now, Icons.
This is it TV. Icon Talk, where the icons talk.